Yo, what's good, family? How y'all doing? This is Mario Matthews, owner and operator of Minutes Till Dawn Productions and author of the new book, Dream No More, Rise of a Lion. You can find this book in stores now at Amazon.com and Lulu.com. Amazon, you can purchase the paperback and the ebook version, and on Lulu, you get this hardback version. You know what I'm saying? Look at it. It's dope, huh? Yeah, boy. Yeah. Well, you know what's up. Anyway, let's get on to the main topic right now, because I don't want this video to go on too long. So this college admission scandal. For all my ADOS fam, Black American descendants of slaves. It's a long time coming, isn't it? But I want to focus on a very interesting part of all of this that I've yet to hear people talk about, okay? I want us to put this thing into perspective when it comes to the sheer amount of injustice and the gross negligence of this situation in regards to history, okay? Now, with that being said, we've already have reports on the books from various news outlets like Fox News and stuff. And, you know, if you know anything about the news nowadays, you know, these big media corporations, you want to, you know, take things with a grain of salt. However, there are certain things that we know for sure. For example, a lot of elite universities are being implicated in the allegations that are coming about. You see what I'm saying? We're talking universities like the University of Southern California. We're talking Yale. We're talking all these elite colleges where you have these wealthy white folks bribing officials so their sons and daughters can have access to the fruit of opportunity they did not deserve. Okay? Now, before I go any further, I want to be absolutely clear about one thing. When black kids are doing the most mundane stuff within our society, they are implicated as criminals. They do not give them a chance when it comes to voicing their innocence. They are treated like criminals right out of the gate, okay? And the school to prison pipeline makes things even worse. But I want to move on to this very specific aspect because we have to keep things in a historical context, my ADOS family. You feel me? Got to keep things in a historical context. What am I talking about? I have an article here from NPR. Came out September 17, 2013. Headline: How Slavery Shaped America's Oldest and Most Elite Colleges. Okay? Follow me on this. Follow me. All right. So it reads, a few years ago, Brown University commissions a study of its own historical connection to the Atlantic slave trade. The report found that the Brown family, the wealthy Rhode Island merchants from whom the university was named, were not major slave traders, but they were not strangers to the business either. So you might think that Brown, or the College of Rhode Island, as it was known in the early days, would figure prominently into Craig Stephen Wilder's new book, Ebony and Ivory: Race, Slavery, and the Troubled History of America's University. And while Brown does not make an appearance, and while Brown does make an appearance, so does Harvard, so does Princeton, So does Columbia. So does Yale. So does Dartmouth. So does Pennsylvania. So does William and Mary. So let me get this straight. You have elite schools all across the country who were built by slave labor. They're now allowing schemes and scams to go along behind the scenes where university officials are being implicated in these charges, where these rich white families, that's father and mother, for all you Me Too people, mother as well, okay? You have rich white families that are gaming and cheating the system to get their sons and daughters around the admissions process by bribes in the form of, and follow me, contributions to charity, okay? Do y'all realize how much of a slap in the face this is? These same colleges, built by slave labor, are now allowing the admissions process to be bought off like some cheap prostitute. Everybody knows that for your poor working class person in college, that it is a very, very tedious and strenuous process, okay? I know because I was there multiple times. I tried. I worked 3 jobs, had a scholarship, so I'm going to school full time, trying my best to make a living and fund my own education, all at the same time. Not only that, I don't get an inheritance. I don't have stocks, or at the time I didn't. I don't have a house that I can pull equity out of. What do I have instead? What do many poor working class black families have? We have families. My ADOS family, we have families where we are helping our own mothers, our own fathers, our own grandmothers, our own grandfathers, our brothers and sisters sometimes. We are helping them financially. So not only do you have the stresses and burdens of keeping up with your household, you also have school and work that you have to juggle, and you have dependents that cannot be filed as dependents. You see, family, this is the reason why wealth is important. This is the reason why it's important. Why? Because if you had the wealth available to your family, you can reduce stress because you have the means and the resources in order to get things done without having to work your butt off with 3, 4 jobs and going to school, which increases your success or your chances of success. I will leave a link to Antonio Moore's video that explains the racial wealth gap in this country. We have to understand that slavery it wasn't merely the atrocity that we thought it was. It was worse. It was a complete failure of societal construction. We were the property, the vehicles, the wealth instruments of this country. And when we were given emancipation, we were promised the wealth that was never given to us. This is why reparations is important. Where do you think that wealth is? All that money generated from slavery crosses one hand, washes in another. My name is Mario Matthews. I am the owner-operator of Menace Till Dawn Productions and new author of the book, Dream No More, Rise of a Lion. You could pick that up at Amazon and Lulu.com. Amazon, paperback copy, ebook, Lulu.com. You can get this hardback version right here. Please like, please share, please subscribe. And until next time, family, the fight continues. Y'all take care. Everlast.